This is Southern Belle Whisper. I have missed you all so much. I've been meaning to make a video for a while, and I've just had some personal things going on with me. I'm at my mother's house at the moment. I'm going through a lot right now, but I thought it would be great therapy if I made an ASMR video for you guys. And what I'm going to do today is kind of nostalgic. I'm going to show you some of my favorite VHS tapes that I have collected. I can't remember the last time that I watched a VHS tape, unless it was like watching some old home videos. But I still collect them. So let's start, shall we? Okay, this is Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. But this is the case to Romy and Michelle's high school reunion, which stars Mira Sorvino and Lisa Kudrow. I remember growing up, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. And it says, big laughs and hot stars make this a can't miss comedy in the hilarious tradition of Clueless and Dumb and Dumber. Romy, Academy Award winner Mira Sorvino, and Michelle, Lisa Kudrow, TV's friends, are carefree party girls who reinvent themselves for their 10-year high school reunion with new wardrobes and stories. I can't see because whoever put that on there, I didn't put that on there. In stories of success, they make a big impression until a former classmate blabs their real story to everyone. But that's when Romy and Michelle let loose with a surprise of their own and outrageous results, featuring a sizzling hit soundtrack of favorite hits from the 80s. It's the comedy treat the New York Times calls cheerful, giddy fun. So there's Lisa Kudrow, and this is Janine Groffan. I've seen her in a few movies, and this is Mira Sorvino right there. And so that is Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. Tap on a little bit for you guys. I don't know about you guys, but I love VHS tapes now. I guess it's nostalgic. One of those nostalgic ASMR triggers. I love their dresses at the end. Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. Okay, another childhood favorite is Return to Me with David Duchovny. I can never pronounce his last name. And Minnie Driver. It's a wonderful romance movie, and I grew up on it, so I love it. It's one of my favorites of all time. I think my cat's going to come over here and try to jump on me. Okay, so on the back it says, who knew that when he ordered the special, he'd get the dish of his life? David and Minnie Driver ignite sparks in this warm-hearted winter about a widower and a waitress who meet and fall in love. Featuring an incredible all-star cast, this hilarious romantic comedy delivers a lot of laughs, tears, and joys that will make your spirits soar. It took a lot of coaxing to get Bob, a recently widowed architect, to go on a blind date at a quirky Irish-Italian eatery. Once there, he's smitten instantly, not with the state, but with the sharp-witted waitress Grace. With unsolicited help from Grace's matchmaking grandfather, Bob asks her out, and as their relationship blossoms, everything seems to be going great, until an unbelievable truth is revealed, one that could easily break both of their hearts for good. Very, very wonderful romantic comedy that just makes you feel so good and warm and fuzzy inside. You guys want to see my cat? Or it's my parents' cat, but Patty. You gonna look at the camera? Show 'em how pretty your eyes are. Hey, hey. Oh, there she is. There's my girl. She's a little bit unpredictable. She could be nice one second and then, like, be really mean. But that's returned to me. And next one is one of my favorite movies of all time. And that is October Sky with Jake Gyllenhaal and Laura Dern. I love feel-good underdog stories. And this was actually filmed where I grew up in West Virginia. And the back says, in Coldwood, West Virginia, 1957, coal mining is king and no one can escape life underground. But when high schooler Homer Hickam Jr. sees the Soviet satellite Sputnik streak overhead, he aims for the stars and a new destiny in this incredible true story of hope, determination, and triumph. With the help of his teacher, Laura Dern, and 3 buddies, Homer sets out to build his own rocket. Despite his father's, who is played by Chris Cooper, disapproval, a limited education, and a series of misfires that threaten to flatten his dreams in the town, Homer overcomes seemingly impossible odds to fulfill his vision in one of the most timeless, inspiring stories ever brought to the screen. October Sky is a great movie-going experience. It is hard to imagine anyone who won't laugh with it, cry with it, and go away absolutely loving it, says Robert W. Butler, Night Riddler News Service. Enjoy this universally acclaimed achievement filled with humor, superb performances, and classic rock and roll. So that is October Sky. Okay, the next one is Funny Girl with Barbara Streisand and Omar Sharif. I love this movie. It says on the back, one of the most popular movie musicals ever made. Funny Girl follows the early career of stage comedian Fanny Brice, a role that earned Barbra Streisand the 1968 Oscar for Best Actress. As the film opens, only her mother believes Fanny can make it in show business. When she gets her first break at Kenny's Music Hall, her hilarious debut as a roller skating chorus girl gets her hired as a comedian. A year later, Fanny is working for Florenz Ziegfeld in his famous Follies and brings the house down with an outrageous and unplanned number. Fanny becomes a star, falls in love, and marries Nick Arnstein, Omar Sharif, a handsome gambler whose luck doesn't hold up. The film's many memorable songs include Don't Rain on My Parade and the Streisand classic People. Another favorite of mine that I thought I used to have on VHS is The Unsinkable Molly Brown with Debbie Reynolds. So that is Funny Girl. And the next one y'all may not have heard of. It's Stewitz. And it's got a really amazing all-star cast. It's got Maria Bello, Andre Broder, Paul Giamatti, Huey Lewis, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Scott Speedman. It's really good. It's got a lot of good music in it. And the back says, Academy Award winner Gwyneth Paltrow and Scott Speedman are part of the stellar ensemble cast in a hilariously offbeat comedy. The lives of 6 strangers become outrageously intertwined when a raucous road trip culminates at the site of the National Karaoke Championships. As they compete for the $5,000 grand prize, this unlikely group will eventually learn all about each other while discovering answers to the questions about themselves. Also featuring great performances from Maria Bello, Andre Broder, Paul Giamatti, and Huey Lewis, you'll agree with audiences everywhere who fell in love with this uncommonly entertaining comedy. Very, very good movie if you haven't seen it. Another one I haven't seen in years is Only You with Marissa Tomei and a very young Robert Downey Jr. This is around the time these two actually fell in love on the set, but they broke up because of his drug addiction, which he's not on drugs anymore. He is a very, very popular actor that plays Iron Man now. But I'll always know him as playing this character and Tommy in one of my favorite holiday movies, which is Home for the Holidays. On the back it says, an irresistibly romantic comedy from the director of Moonstruck. Only You stars Marissa Tomei and Robert Downey Jr. as lovers destined to meet and fall in love. Tomei stars as Faith Kravach, who, at age 11, asks her Ouija board the name of the man she will marry. As a teen, she asks a carnival gypsy and receives the same answer, Damon Bradley. But when Damon Bradley never shows, the grown Faith decides to marry an earnest pediatrician. Just 10 days before the wedding, Faith's fiancé receives a message from a high school alum, Damon Bradley. On a wing and a prayer, Faith flies to Italy with her best friend, the hilarious Bonnie Hunt, in search of Damon. What she finds is the funniest and loveliest romantic comedy since Sleepless in Seattle. See it with someone you love or would love to fall in love with. Very, very good movie. Okay. And the last one is As Good as It Gets. I adore this movie. It stars Jack Nicholson, Helen Hunt, and Greg Kinnear. This movie is so good. I think it's on Netflix if you haven't seen it. It's one of my favorites of all time. And Jack Nicholson is one of my favorite actors of all time. But it says, it says here, Golden Globe winner for Best Picture, Musical or Comedy, Best Actor Jack Nicholson, and Best Actress Helen Hunt. Jack Nicholson, Helen Hunt, Greg Kinnear, and Cuba Gooding Jr. star in James L. Brooks' hit comedy, As Good as It Gets. Nicholson gives a show-stopping performance as Melvin Udall, an obsessive-compulsive novelist with Manhattan's meanest mouth. But when his neighbor Simon is hospitalized, Melvin is forced to babysit Simon's dog, and that unexpected act of kindness, along with waitress Carol Connolly, helps put Melvin back in the human race. Magically written, directed, and acted, As Good as It Gets is the best and funniest romantic comedy of the year. And it is really good. Very, very good movie. But that is As Good as It Gets. And before we get off here, I'll show you my sleeping kitty. Is she not the most beautiful kitty you've ever seen? I actually saw her be born. Like, I delivered her from her mother. So we've had her, or my parents have had her about 7 years now, so she's about 7 years old now, which is hard to believe. And she's just so pretty. Look at that fur. She's a pretty girl. You my baby. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for listening. And if you're a Christian out there, just please keep me in your prayers, because I am going through a very, very rough time. I don't really want to get into specifics because it's a long story, and I'm sure you guys don't want to hear it. But this has been great therapy for me, and I just want you guys to know that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the lovely comments. And hopefully I'll be making more videos